Hey guys, I was gonna do an intro like Tom Queeler because I was talking about it a second ago. That's the intro this one anyway. That is. I really want to do better intros, but I just fuck it, Tom. Sorry, I'm
Fuck
messing
it.
up.
I'm disappointed. You've let yourself down. You've
I
let
know.
the team down.
But yeah, this is episode 2 of Pick Your Battles. Today we are joined by Frost and obviously my cousin, who's going to be joining us every episode. So yeah, Frost, how you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, man, very well, man. Yourself?
Yeah, all good here. All good. Can't complain. Still working, being able to get out.
Yeah.
What about you? What's
Yeah,
the
same,
what's the lockdown situation been?
Yeah, man, it's been all right. I've been working. I was sort of furloughed for a bit, but yeah, back to work now. I've had a baby as well in the
Oh shit!
I've had a
Congratulations.
COVID baby. Yeah,
Congratulations.
one of them.
Jeez,
Mad time then.
Yeah. Proper.
That's mental. That is mental. So yeah, you chose well actually before I go on to anything else, I always ask this question first. What is battle rap, Frost?
What is back?
Yeah. I asked JShort this
Oh,
and
mate.
he gave his answer, but what would you say battle rap is?
I don't know, man. It feels it feels wank to say it. Like it tests the lyrical skill sort of thing, man. Like
Yeah.
your charisma and yeah, just to test
No, I
your
like that,
abilities as a
yeah.
writer and a performer.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's an art in the form of a sport. That's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is literally like gladiator.
Test
shit
of
with
lyrical
words.
skill. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
It
that.
feels weird.
Test
Do you
of
know what I mean? It
lyrical
feels
skill.
weird to say like, oh, it's a sport and
Yeah.
whatever else, but there is a sport element to it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's good.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
definitely. Yeah, JShort's answer was angry man poems. I like that. But I think
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna try and like
Less
write
eloquent.
down. Yeah, we're gonna try and write down like what everyone says and then snip it or something and see if we can do that as our intro. So I don't have to keep messing it up.
It's a test. Yeah.
So yeah, obviously the purpose of this show is to review a battle. So Frost, obviously you chose a battle which was
JShort Acre.
yeah, JShort Acre on Dub Scandal Cause and Effect. So obviously just before we came on, you was just about to start saying about how that event came about, and you sent me the flyer, didn't you, as well? Let me just.
I did, yeah. I wish I had it with me, man. I left it at home, but
It's mental. How many battles were meant to happen that day?
I know, right?
How many battles actually happened at that event?
Four.
Right, there was 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,
What's the normal amount of like what should have happened that day?
There was meant to be 12.
I don't know.
There was 12 planned for the day, and there was an evening of like performances as well planned.
Yeah.
Like it was meant to be a whole day event. We was there from like 12 o'clock, and we had the venue till when we left it, like whatever time in the morning. So it was meant to be full day of battles and then performances at the end of the day. But it was the weekend that we had that crazy snowstorm like 2 years back, and everything was just shut down. Like the motorways just shut. It was chaos. So like, all the battles, bar 4 of them dropped out. So I ended up having to travel from London with my opponent all the way from London. We travelled up by car. The organizer.
That's a tense trip.
Oh mate, you're just so weird because like usually I'd be using that time to like rehearse and whatever else, and you're just sitting next to me, like,
sat in silence, like with your notepad.
How you doing, bro?
Like, what the fuck are you
bought
looking
me
at?
a bacon sandwich in the morning as well. It was really good.
I love that.
Yeah,
Peace offering, isn't it?
I know. It's funny, man. But and as well, the organisers of the event, Conman and Kofi, they drove from Middlesbrough to Brighton to pick up Mo's Prob, another battler, and through Liverpool on the way back to pick up Calcium Kids, another battler, back to Middlesbrough, all just to put on like the main event of the day. It was crazy, man. But yeah, proper good weekend.
Didn't they drive
dedication
11 hours or something?
Dedication.
Yeah, it was crazy. 11. Yeah. Mental.
And it is. And
I don't think there's not many things I drive 11 hours for. That's
no chance.
The thing is, like, they're not even making like
like 11 hours. That's a long drive.
They literally do it.
No. I'm sure they was proper out of pocket for putting on this event. Like the way everything just crashed apart, sort of thing. I'm sure they were proper out of pocket. Yeah, no, they did well. They did well putting it on. Yeah.
There's a lot of names.
I find that a lot though. Like you do get the sense that it is like. You do get the sense that
it's for the love.
Passion,
it's for the love. It's
more.
Yeah. It's not about, oh yeah, this is gonna get me a check. If you come in it expecting a check, you're gonna be disappointed. And I'm sure there have been people that have like, tried their luck and it's not worked out.
I can only think of 2 UK battlers. Well, probably 3, but I don't know. He's not like, it's hard to say Sol would be worth like money in that way because he's not a figure like Shotty and Luna, for example. Those are the other two
I'm sure Sol said that. I'm sure Sol said at one point, like, he's still down on battle rap if you sort of like level it out over the years, paying out for hotels and whatever else and what he's earned in the last like 2 years or whatever it's been. He said he's still down. Like, I get it.
But I would say there's only really like the only 2 people that I can think of that are going to get like a decent amount through battling would be Shotty and Luna C.
Yeah.
You've not even introduced to them yet, Tom, but you will be eventually.
I know Luna C. I recognize that name.
Yeah, I think
Lunacy battle. You must have seen a Lunacy battle.
Yeah, I think I've seen Lunacy versus Uno, and
sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm real bad with names, by the way.
You'll remember
real
the buckets,
bad with names, and there are so many. There are so many names.
Yeah. You'll get used to it though. But yeah, if you've watched that battle with Uno, you'll remember the bucket scheme. That will be it. But anyway, going back to this battle. So what four actually took place? So it was you versus English winner.
Me versus Old English, me versus Old English. LS Dean versus DTH, which is John, the co-founder of Dub Scandal.
Yeah.
Acre versus JShort, and then Most Prob versus Calcium Kid. There was the 4 that went down.
They were 4 good battles though. Like everyone.
Honestly, it was a proper good day. Like, and you can see it when you watch the battles back. Like the crowd are buzzing off of everything. It's like Dub Scandal events are proper fun. I'll give them
I really want to go. We were this close to go into a Dub Scandal event. I think it might maybe what's the one Candle in now? What was it?
Candle in the Wind.
Candle in the Wind.
Candle in the Wind. Yeah.
I think it was one of those events that we was going to go to, and I was like, this would be sick. Yeah. But we just didn't get.
What would you reckon? Do you reckon Dub Scandal would be a good first event for me?
You know, it's more like, if you're looking for quality battles, then like, but not nice. No, it won't be. But for a good day and just like, you're just enjoying everything, and exactly that. Like it is more about the community than it is about the battles at Dub Scandal.
Yeah.
But it's a buzz. Okay. Like you always have a laugh there.
I think it's very different though. Like for a new fan,
that
like there'll be certain events that I'll be like, I wouldn't go to that one. But then there'll be certain events where I'll be like, I wish that I could go to that one, or I need to go to that one. We'd look at it completely different because, but I reckon Dub Scandal would be a good event to go to firstly.
They are proper good buzz.
Yeah, just to get the fun, and it's
I can't wait to go.
Personal, if you know what I mean. Like everyone's just
that's There's not but if you was coming,
that's something that you see in
first event.
Yeah, definitely.
That's something that you see a lot though, like with the whole like being personal. Like JShort was saying, when there's this idea of like, well, people are paying to come see me, so why wouldn't I be in the crowd? And like all through videos, Danny's been pausing and going, I see him in the crowd, that's this other rapper. So like they're often it's all just like the community is just all together. Like, it really is quite tight knit.
Yeah, I think.
I remember.
I think as much as that.
Go on.
The first event I went to, you sort of walk in, and before you know it, you're talking to the battler that you came here to see. It's like it really is quite open. Like there's no sort of like barrier between anybody. Although the URL event was completely different.
I think that would scare the life out of me. I think if I went like on my own, like if I like heard about it and I was in the area and I went, guarantee I would not speak to anyone. But like if I went to that, I wouldn't risk it. I would just like film it on my phone, send it to Danny, be like, hey man, this is sick. But like it, from the sounds of it, it sounds like really sick. So like I'm definitely gonna go with Danny so he can explain shit to me that I don't get.
Well, I want to do that like kind of like part of this. I want to review an event with him. So like we're obviously reviewing battles now, and then eventually I want to get it to a point where we're doing like watches. So when an event's on, we'll just get there the night before, whatever, and then film like parts of the event. Like is it Grime Day? Nah, not Grime Daily. Who's the one that he's been
Grime Global?
Yeah, maybe he's been doing like he just does snippets of like events and stuff and just puts a like a
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something like that, like wouldn't steal footage or anything, obviously, or record too much.
We have to
No.
theme it.
No.
We have to theme it around like Road to WrestleMania or something.
Yeah, that would be quite funny.
Getting me ready. We'll have like a montage of me like
I'd quite like to as well, like try and film it where we get two battlers who are going to end up battling each other, but who have planned to battle each other and follow like their process. So like each week we'll do like a quick Zoom call with each of them and then say like, all right, so how are you doing? It won't come out until after the battle, but we'll be like, right, how are you feeling?
I'm with you.
Yeah, like a documentary style thing. A documentary style thing would be sick.
I mean, speaking on behalf of battlers, the problem is you starting 3 weeks early.
So is that
you have to start on the week?
Yeah.
Are you a late?
So I've not really thought about it yet.
Have you somebody?
I mean,
you still there?
You lost me.
Nah,
there he is back.
But are you somebody who writes quite late? Do you like the pressure of like knowing that you've got to finish your writing?
I mean, it's weird because I mean, I'll always sort of be writing, if you know what I mean. Once you have the idea of, oh, this is my opponent, you have ideas coming to your head all the time. But I wouldn't have started writing my real rounds until like the week beforehand.
Those sort of like little ideas that you have, like, because I get that, like, sort of like just little inspirational things. Do they ever make it to paper? Like, do you have a little book of just like snippets and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, I use notes on the iPhone. That that's the best way. Otherwise, I'm at work most of the time, so it's right. You just type it down on your phone and you remember it for later on, and then that will come. Majority of the time, it turns out into like a full scheme with like structure to it. But at the time, it could actually just be a word. Honestly, there's so many little like silly things that just pop into your head and then it develops into something.
It reminds me of when Dave Chappelle, he did a comedy special. He said he just has a bowl of punchlines and he goes into it and he's like, how am I going to make this into a joke? And I like that as like a style.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
start at the end, work backwards.
That is cool.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, should we start looking at this battle then? So
yeah, let's go for it, man.
Yeah, I must have watched this battle about 3 times this week to try and remember stuff, but I'm so rubbish at remembering bars. But I remember just the last punch or something like that, and I'm like, okay, that'll do.
Yeah.
But so it starts off, obviously, the intros from Dub Scandal are always like the best as well. I don't care what anyone says, the music, everything. Like, I love it.
Even the venue. Like even the venue.
The venue was amazing. It was a huge, like I say, because they planned for this huge event. They planned for this huge event and it went pear-shaped. So the venue was a massive room, like a ballroom. It was huge. It was huge. Honestly, the camera work doesn't do it justice.
It looks sick. Like fair play, but there's like 20
like
guys.
A 500 capacity sort of thing. It's crazy.
But now in the summer though, the Dub Scandal summer events are something special.
Yeah, at the Palm. They look something special. I think they've lost the Palm. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, they done like the last.
But they're still good fun, man.
But yeah, so round 1, JShort starts, doesn't he?
That's right. Yeah.
I'm annoyed by that though. I like it when JShort goes second.
Yeah,
because he had a chance to
love JShort, Danny.
Yeah,
love it.
He is a very good battler, very well-rounded battler.
I think he's
he's really good at like flips and stuff. I'm learning a terminology, you see. And like
I like it.
I love the fact that he kind of knows how good he is at it. Like he knows what he can do. Definitely knows. Like he's very comfortable in doing it.
Well, see, he's suffered a lot from. I think for the beginning of his battle rap career, people didn't really give him the respect he deserved. And honestly, it wasn't until around like the Frankie battle that you guys just watched. It wasn't until around then that people really gave him his flowers. So like he had this not to say he had a chip on his shoulder, but you know what I mean. Like he knew he was better than what he was ever getting credit for. Yeah. So like he does have that sort of swagger to him.
Yeah, it's strange. Well, I think you have to have that, like as a performer, like you have to have that thought of like, no, I got this. Like this is where I should be.
Like he's definitely. I mean, he's definitely done well with it still. Like he had the tour in America with Don't Flop. Like people tried to give him that plate, but I don't know. I think it was just the climate at the time. Like everyone wanted this really intricate, really funny, like everything had to be perfect to the letter. So like sometimes like a freestyle that can come out a little bit shoddy or whatever, like, or just quick, that don't hit like a massive punch.
Yeah.
That people are just like, well, that wasn't interesting, and they'll move on straight away. Thinking like how, like that whole
here though, this was like he was really good in this battle. Like this was
he was real
he was
real
in his element.
battle.
Yeah, he was in his element.
Who would you give this battle to then, before we start breaking it down? Who would you give this battle to?
Do you know what? See, when I watched it originally, I gave it to Acre, but I think that was a lot to do because, like, so this event again, it was like a rookie versus vets card, if you like. So we was all the newcomers against someone who was established. So I was very much on Acre's side in the sense of like, well, you've just taken, even if you don't lose, you win, sort of thing. But watching it, I watched it back recently just to sort of like remind myself of it, and JShort was really on fire throughout the whole of the battle. Like I don't think there's a wasted line throughout his whole performance. It's really fucking 10 out of 10. I've got to give him that one. I think maybe I'd give it JShort.
So like I was writing notes right alongside so I could like talk about it, and it took me so long to get through JShort's bars, because I was constantly having to pause it because I'm like, I've got to write out this bit.
That's that's a good one.
So like,
he
is on point. But Acre, I did really like Acre, but I think what took it for me, because I would give it to JShort, but what took it for me was JShort just seemed more comfortable on like in the performance. Where when Acre got going, he kept up, like no joke.
Steamroller, isn't he?
Like he went through, but he kept like stopping, and I think that's all it was for me.
I think it definitely weren't like
it's just time, innit? Like I think with any sort of performance.
Nobody
got beat. I mean, somebody just done a little bit better than the other.
The one thing to take away for Acre is that he took away the biggest moment of the battle. If you know what I mean, like the moment that sits in your mind for this battle is always gonna like take away a heart of it. Do you know what I mean? So that arguably, like, he stands out the most from the battle of a really good battle. That not like you win. Do you know what I mean? It still works in his favor because he had the biggest moment. Like
it's like what you said. It's like what you said. All he had to do was not lose, and I don't think he really did. Like, no. It wasn't. I would give it to JShort, but like fair play to him for keeping up.
No, he's
like,
brilliant. Yeah,
definitely.
Like, and we was newcomers at this point. I think this might have been like Acre's third battle, maybe fourth, maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
When did you start, Frost? When did you start battling? It was like 2017.
2017, I think maybe. I think this is like my third year. This would mean me going into my third year of battling.
How when was this battle then, the Acre one? Because I'd like to watch if like how far along that is he now.
Where is he now? So this would I can't think of how many battles he's had since here.
This was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see him now.
He's in this Anarchy tournament, Tom. So I want to get Tom to watch the Anarchy tournament as well. Like I've got it on the demand, so I'm gonna go as soon as we can. We'll meet up and watch it and stuff. But
good shout.
I want to see whether he gets like, because it's really interesting to see how he thinks you win a battle as a new like fan. So I want to see whether he agrees or disagrees with all the judges' decisions. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there was definitely one robbery. But we won't.
Because I come back.
I said there definitely was one robbery on Anarchy, but we won't get into that. We won't.
Yeah, because I come from I come from like a performance background as well, so it'd be interesting to see like how those things like
makes a difference.
How I evaluate things.
Movement and definitely makes a difference.
So looking at round one then, I think JShort came out good as well. I think I didn't like his what's it called now? Jesus, slogan. I didn't like that one.
Oh, the showman levels.
You're not a fan.
I like the showman levels. Like I like that as a slogan. I think it's cool because we spoke about before how he caters it to his like opponent. But I just feel like he didn't really have anything to say against Acre to be able to cater it. because although JShort done it flawlessly, some of the angles were quite generic in a way as well. Like the whole, he's Scottish and Asian. Like I'm gonna mention something to do with that clashing.
You say that though, like when he said what bar was it? Deep fried onion Mars bar. Like, that is a cheap shot. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a cheap shot.
It's brilliant.
It's well done, isn't it? It's that's well put together.
That is a well done cheap shot. Love it.
But no, I like the I'm dope. I mean, I change levels of dopamine. That whole scheme.
This beautiful. What does he finish it with?
You'll do well in this battle as long as you don't mention me in it or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful intro. Yeah, I'm dopamine. That was the first bit I was gonna say.
That was strong, that was. That's like the only. He was. That's the only bit that I remember.
No, but do you know what? I was meant to take notes, but I was watching it at the same time. You lose focus. But he was. But as well, I'm not. You say take notes about it. Honestly, I don't know where to stop taking notes on that first round because it was real fucking good.
He was
real fucking good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Tom, you did take notes. What other things have you got written down?
So my snippets. I leave cold bodies in the room, like the heating's fucked. Love that. Then I put the dopamine bars. He did a couple of anime bars, but I just wrote anime bars because there's a group of them.
Weren't that when you done the Death Note stuff as well? Because
Death Note.
Because Soul, the Scottish rapper, Tom, again, Soul, the godfather of rap at the battle rap at the moment. He's obviously a Scottish rapper, so he was trying to reference like Soul's slogan, I guess, is your pen game, less dope, my pen game, Death Note. So obviously, whatever name he writes down his pad is
nice.
Dead. Like, so that was good. So he was flipping that, like he done like 3 or 4 times, which I thought was cool.
That's funny though, because like those bars, like, so I didn't get that meaning. Like I didn't recognize that second layer, but those are still really solid bars.
And that's how you know it's decent, because both meanings have to mean something.
So if you don't get one of them, the double layers work.
Like as long as you get one of them, that works. And when it goes together and you get both of them, it does. It's like I keep saying, it's that moment.
Because like even like now, if I was to go back and watch the battles that we've already watched, I would probably get a lot more of the references. And then that might change my mind about who I think won.
Yeah, definitely.
I think actually I probably will get you to watch JShort and Frankie again at some point, because I think some of the once you've watched a few
the way Frankie layers.
Yeah, exactly.
The way Frankie layers his writing is it takes a minute to sort of
appreciate
latch on to what he's doing with it. He's very, very intricate with his writing.
I find that quite a lot. Rappers are surprisingly quicker than me. So like sometimes it will take me 3 or 4 bars. I'm like, wait, go back. I need to I need to.
It's crazy.
But it's really intellectual about rap, because there are like, I would say 80% of bars that are like ever been made I don't understand. There'll only be like a handful of bars that I'm like, I understand that reference and why he said that, because I've watched that and I've seen this and I've listened to that song. But if you haven't done all of that, you can still appreciate a decent bar without knowing. Like there's a bar in like that you say about Tom, ain't there? That you didn't understand what the bar was. I think it's in Acre.
The chain one. Putting their chain on putting your chain on a yank, you must be yanking their chain or something like that.
Like obviously
because I didn't know about the chain.
They have like a chain to say the champ, don't they, over there? So it's like yanking
that's
the chain.
That's dope as fuck, by the way. Like a championship chain.
Now that Premier Battles have stolen the show with that, though, with their belt.
Jeez. The belt is amazing.
I'll send you a picture of that.
You have to I've not seen it. I don't know what it looks like.
It is a beautiful belt.
Can I get like a plastic version of like Wish?
It's like, well, from what I've seen video wise, it looks proper. Like it is done well.
No, it is. It's a proper belt. I think they. I could be wrong, but I'm sure they've got the same people who make like an official belt. I wouldn't be able to tell you what.
I remember Shotty saying
they make real belts as well, if you know what I mean.
I wonder how expensive it would be to buy my own. Like, how much does leather and metal cost realistically? If
Well,
I wanted to make my own,
there's an American league, and they've got one, and it's sort of I think it's leather and plastic. Like the emblems are plastic, and I think they spent like $500 on that. And that was quite mental to me, thinking like, exactly, right? and it's just plastic. It's not even good quality. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can't even melt that down. Jeez.
Yeah.
Cash for gold are not accepted.
Yeah. They'll just be knocking on it like, what you doing?
What is this?
So yeah, Tom, what else have you got wrote down for anything more from Jay or Acre for round one?
Oh, Acre.
Yeah.
I'm just reading my my notes for him. He took the mick out of his logo or something.
Oh yeah. The JShort, the T is an inverted cross.
Yeah, and he says Jay ain't turning shit around.
Oh, yeah,
just lowering the bar. Oh
yeah.
Acre
logo bars. Good, yes, man. Please.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, he's got some really good, solid moments. Like, he approaches this battle gingerly.
Yeah, he approached. Yeah. It's just so simple. Like, a simple way to win over your audience.
Sorry, I need to move camera quickly. Sorry, lads.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all good. Tom, did you have anything else quick written down for that round one?
Not really for round one. We've covered everything.
Yeah.
Apart from another cheap shot, Ginger Man talking about soul and respect.
That was a brilliant bar.
That was brilliant bar.
Yeah.
There was so much
again. Soul, the Scottish rapper again.
Yeah, and then
I want to start a segment. I want to start a segment on the show just called like cheap shot of the week or something. Just like cheap shot of the week, and then just something like that. Where like just
I need to show. If you want to look at cheap shots, I need to show you Raptor versus Craft D. I think.
Oh man, beautiful.
Well, I was going to say the first battle I wanted to show him was a Pedro mirror match, but then I thought that might be a bit harsh as well. Ease him in first.
I feel like, Pedro's a he's an acquired taste.
Yeah, definitely. All right, who would you give the first round to then, Tom? Who do you reckon?
I would. It's tough. The first round was real close for me. But I've probably got probably Acre.
Really? Okay.
I'd say.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think I had Jay down winning the first round.
Yeah, I think I did Jay the first round.
I'd say Jay. I just
think there's more that I just remember. Yeah. I think there's
I think I did Jay the first round.
I thought it was
more palatable. I think his material it's more digestible for.
And as well, one of my favorite bars from the battles in it. So irrelevant. I'm forgetting your face while I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's good.
Jay. Honestly, I think Jay's first round is
like
a 10 out of 10 round. It's a 10 out of 10 round. There's no fat on it. It's just punch after punch. It's real solid.
Yeah. I think he had one of the highlight in the battle as well. I think it's in the second with the light falling. And he's like, well done, you dick. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
He doesn't miss a beat either. He doesn't miss a beat. Honestly.
That's it. Like, that was such a cheap cheer. But because he was so quick to it, it's just like, miss a beat.
Straight back into his bars. And
for a second, I thought he planned it.
Yeah,
for a second, I thought he planned it.
Yeah, kick that over right now.
Yeah. Like, who's he paid to fuck up that line?
That's right.
That's funny. Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I think like to be able to snap into it like that and then snap back out of it, or like snap out of it and then back into it with his material is just incredible. I think because I know like
honestly,
as someone
it's witchcraft to me.
I couldn't do it. Like
no. Honestly, I mean, as a battle, I have my performance in my head, if you know what I mean, and it's sort of set in stone, if you like. I've had like, I mean, I know it sort of. But
do you kind of rehearse?
I wouldn't be able.
Do you rehearse when the audience is going to react? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you have bits in your material where you're like,
not so much because.
Like a pause for applause.
there's lines that you're like, right, I expect people to sort of react at this, but like you can never sort of prepare for it, because honestly, the ones that you think, oh yeah, this will do, you get you nothing, and then a throwaway line that you just, you know what I mean, it's just in there for purpose, and that's what goes off, and you're like, oh shit, I need to remember where I was.
We've got
really
we've got 9.5 minutes left before the 40 minutes is up, right? So Tom, have you got anything else written down for round 2?
We can get through these rounds, boys.
Yeah, it's all good. We've got plenty of time, don't worry.
For round 2?
Yeah.
God, no, spoken about round 2. So it was first. JShort won it.
JShort again, I think this is the round where he talks about because this battle was booked beforehand. This battle had been booked for a while, and it got cancelled a few times for whatever reason. So I think that was JShort's round. That was his overall theme, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was a couple of big bits in this one that I liked. When he called him Cardi B Tech and Science.
Yeah, and Andre 3000.
You can't.
Yeah, that was good.
Andre, you can't say that. You can't say that to another adult. That's disrespectful. That's violence.
It's funny.
So far beneath me, you'll strain your neck looking up at it. But I'm on that Unabomber flex, every letter explosive.
Yeah. Like that. That was good.
Every line count like a tally.
Yeah.
Simple again.
That's real. Yeah.
Those are sort of my standout ones.
I mean, do you know what's crazy about JShort is they just sort of stack on top of each other. So I mean, a lot of people use these as like, this is my haymaker, and Jay just stacks it on top of another punchline. A lot of times, sometimes they get lost in the fray. Do you know what I mean? He is a battler you want to watch.
I know,
man. He's good.
I know for a fact that there are more bars in this that I will prefer.
100%.
There's too much.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, the one that we both mentioned in the first round, I'm dope, I'm mean, like that's the beginning of a whole sort of rhyme scheme, and like I can't remember where it ends on, but it was a beautiful finish. Like it's just like that's lovely rhyming.
Yeah, you'll do well in this battle as long as you don't mention me in it. It's something like that.
It's like,
just makes
with
go
most
like, okay.
of these, like one of my notes is just eat. So I'm not sure if there's a just eat scheme, but apparently I liked it. That's the one. So I definitely liked it, but I was not quick enough writing it down.
Now that's what I have to do though. I just write down a few words about it and then that's it. But it's mental. But yeah, that was a good bar actually. And again, that's just like tongue in cheek again. Like, but it's your execution, I guess, that's so important in those moments. Definitely. What about Acre? Acre had a really good second round as well. I remember thinking this round was
his second round was.
I think he
was a beautiful round, man.
I think he took the third. Acre definitely. But obviously we'll get onto that. But yeah, what did Acre say in the second, Tom? Did you have anything written down for this?
Yeah, I got like he opened up with like Ginger Man talking about soul and respect. That was one that I didn't get. I knew it must have been a reference to something, like it was a good bar, but like I kind of got the feeling like there's more to it.
Soul and respect are both respect BA and Soul are both Scottish battlers, and obviously Acre's Scottish as well. So like Soul, Ginger Man talking about soul and respect.
Fair enough. No, I like it. I just knew that hearing it, I knew that there had to be another level. You know what I mean? There was just that feeling of like there's something else there. Then there was then that was the putting a chain on a yank. You must be yanking the chain.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh no, wait.
I feel like he was.
No, that's the wrong. I was on the wrong page. That was from
I feel like
round one.
Round one. Like probably getting in his bag there in a second. I can't remember.
Top 5 on the transplant list.
Yes, right. That's it.
Beautiful. Take a heart from a child so you can act like one. Man.
Mental.
Go home.
I mean, honestly, everyone in the room felt it. Like you can see it on the camera. Like LS Dean is JShort's sort of best mate, sort of stood behind him. You could just see him go.
Yeah.
Even Jay,
pat him on the back like that. Like
that was hard.
Oh, that one. It was
that was a
brilliant
tough shot.
round.
That was like proper like you know, JShort obviously is slow grown man levels. That was proper like grown man talk. That was
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, proper good. And as well, that round, originally Acre had already had a second round that was just sort of going to be comedy sort of thing, and he found out about this heart surgery and rewrote his round in the last month, like before the battle. And so that so if that battle that happened when it was meant to, that round wouldn't have existed.
So because this second started with him like pretending to pull something out, and it was like, major look, what was that? That was hilarious. That was.
I like that.
We've got about 4 minutes left. Was there anything else second round that we can remember from Acre? Anything else down?
Blind man at a crossing, when it starts to spin, when he starts feeling it spinning, he knows it's time to walk. He built it up with his jaw spin.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I like that.
That was a hard bar. That was hard.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think that's it really for round two. That's the thing. Like Acre's got really big punches, but like, they're just not that many of them. But then
and I think
JShort just is in constant.
His stacked punches versus writing for a theme, if you like. So like Acre's whole round was to say, take a heart from a child to act like one, if you know what I mean. And everything sort of surrounds that. It's all well crafted together. But that's the big moment, if you like. And JShort just bow, and it's
literally like
really,
it's like
really good battle.
It's like Mayweather versus Tyson. Like Tyson's going to go for knockout, Mayweather's going to like tire him down. JShort is Mayweather. Like, you know, Acre was trying to be Tyson in that, and you know, I think it worked for him. I think that's the style he should definitely stay, and he did.
I think JShort definitely took round two.
Who would you give round two then? What do you reckon? Who would you give it to?
See, I had Acre taking the second.
Yeah.
I had Acre taking the second, based off of that, take a heart from a child. I just think it's just such a moment, and it's just one of those sort of rounds like people still speak about it. It's like it's a standout Acre round, and so I've got to give him that second round.
To be fair, I thought that scheme was in the third round, so it must be the second round that I'd given him.
So
that's the bit that stands out for me. So third round.
Quickly cover round three.
We're all right. Don't worry. Round three.
I think I gave this one to Acre in the end. I think.
Okay.
JShort starts off with a couple of flips, doesn't he?
He does like three. I think he does like three in a row.
Of
course, I'm depressed. I'm battling you. You obviously flip.
That's it. Yeah, I've travelled to Middlesbrough. I'm battling you.
When he made a joke about him doing coke, I think he said, "I'm a Lambo. Put a key in me. I'll go 0 to 100 real quick."
And he uses another bar like that in this. I don't know if it's in his third or his second verse, whatever. But he says, "I'll make you watch the screen like." No, you'll watch me go from 0 to 100 like a loading screen. That's just dumb.
That was dopamine. That was the rhyme from dopamine.
You
watch me go from 0 to 100 like a loading screen. That was it.
It's all come 360, and it's all come 360 now.
But round three I felt like was probably both their weakest, but Jay's strongest for like the flips. So that's the only way that I would be saying like I would probably give it to Jay just because of that. Because that's the only extra thing that happened, if you know what I mean.
Originally, I'd have given the third round to Acre because I just thought it was like the whole setup from the second, and then the third just felt like he was like finishing him off. And now when I watch it again, I don't know. Maybe I'll give the set. See, it hurts me to not give it to Acre because I really feel like this was his breakout battle. Like, and I was because we was all buddies then. Do you know what I mean? It was quite a sort of like breakout for him. So, but watching it back, I think JShort took the third round as well because it was more of the same from Acre in the third, if you like.
Yeah.
Whereas
I think we might end up getting cut off in like 30 seconds. Definitely. Cool. I think it depends on how you feel that day. Will depend on who you think wins that battle. I don't think anyone lost. Do you know what I mean? It was 2-1.
No. That's it. Yeah.
But
like a good classic battle.
Good.
We'll definitely have to have you on again, Frost. I've enjoyed this. I hope
you
have as well.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to get an outro in before we get kicked out. But have you got anything to plug? Anything you wanna share?
No, not at the moment. No. Follow frostography.101 on Instagram.
I'll put that in.
You heard it here.
I'll put that in the description.